Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is your boy EXF at EXFGaming, and wow, I just can't believe what just came down through the FEH channel right now. I just got finished watching the channel, and I'm sure most of you have already seen it, or if you have not seen it, I'll leave a link to the archives in the description, so definitely check that out. But I'll give you my thoughts on what I think about what everything just came down right now, because there's a lot to talk about, a lot of things. I actually jotted down everything that I want to talk about and my thoughts, so definitely leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and let's have this discussion going, because this is a lot of information. So first things first, the FEH, the owl came in and started talking about introductions and whatnot. So we started from the green orb, and the green orb introduced us to the CYL. Now, for those of you who don't know what the CYL is, it's called the Choose Your Legend, sorry. And that started before the game came out. We wanted to have the most popular units out of all Fire Emblem games and one as a 5-star, and that came down. We saw them as, well, the winners were Ike, Lucina, Roy, and Lynn. Those were the winners. But what the game has decided is to make a separate CYL banner for the runner-up for the male and female categories. So those units are Joshua from Sacred Stones, Mia from Radiant Dawn, Lute from Sacred Stones, and Dorcas from Blazing Blade. And they will be available as a banner, as the title of the banner is Far-Fetched Hero. And I believe you get Mia, Lute, and Dorcas as 5-star focus in that banner, and Joshua will be included as a 5-star, 4-star, and a 5-star in the next Tempest Trials, which will happen on the 20th of this month, November 20th. So definitely keep your eye out for that. The next banner will be coming out for the Tempest Trial. The Tempest Trial banner will be coming out tonight, actually, 12 a.m. for West Coast, 3 a.m. for the East Coast. So like if you got saved orbs, definitely look out for that. That's going to be a big banner, I think, because a lot of people did want these units. I personally wanted Lute to be in the game, and now that Lute is in the game, I mean, I don't know what else to ask for, really. So again, Joshua, Mia, Lute, and Dorcas, they are new 5-star units that will be coming out tonight. Joshua will be released as a 4-star and a 5-star in the next Tempest Trial next week. So 6 days from now, I believe. So these are 4 things, yes, so 6 days from now. The second thing that we want to talk about here is the new update that is happening. For the most part, it's not too big of a deal in my opinion. Staff's users get a buff now in the game. I mean, they were already weak to begin with, but now they do get a buff in the game. 5-star units of healers do get the plus ability for their weapons and healing abilities. So such as abilities like Fear will get a Fear plus, Panic will get a Panic plus, Physic will get a plus ability, Rehabilitation will get a plus ability, and whatnot. So healers get a buff. They do more damage, and their secondary effects will be increased. Healing abilities will be increased, which kind of helps them do their job for the most part. But in my opinion, I think if healers needed a buff, I think they just need to be a little bit more defensive. Or what I mean is for them to be more tanky, so they could actually survive a hit if they get hit by other units, enemy units, because they're really good at what they do, but they're not good at surviving on their own. So I think but it is a plus, and it makes them a little bit more viable in terms of them being able to output a bit more damage in terms of counterattack. I mean, without Wrathful Staff, that doesn't really say much, but still, like, it does help out the stab units, and hopefully people will start using them. I personally use healers. I like using healers, but we'll see if that actually makes a difference or not. The next thing about the update is the trigger countdown. Now, a lot of special skills will get a trigger countdown of -1, and you can see the list on your screen right there. 18 special skills, they do get a cooldown -1, and most of these skills we don't use in the current meta. In terms of optimal skill inheritance, we don't use any of these skills, but who knows, like with the cool countdown, it might make some of these skills viable. I'm not too sure. Astra is probably one of the strongest abilities on the screen there that I see right now. You got Growing Ember and whatnot, all that stuff. get an increase or a decrease, I guess, in special cooldown. Is it a big deal? I'm not sure. Definitely leave in the comment section below. I don't think I'll be making use of this personally, so I'm not too sure about that. Okay, so the next thing we want to talk about is the expanded barracks. Now, we get an expanded barracks of 100, so we get an extra 100 spaces. That is good news for us, because for those people who are sending a lot of users home because they don't want to expand their barracks using orbs, this is good. Even if you max out your barracks, you will get an increase in the 100. So maximum right now is 300, and now it will be boosted to 400. So 400 units can be added into your barracks. It's a good thing. Obviously, that means you could do more summons, and you don't have to get you don't have to send units home when you don't want to. So that's a good thing. Next thing is the stamina cost and stamina cost reduction. Sorry. In terms of the main and paralog maps, they are reduced by 10, I believe. Not too big of a deal, I don't think. Like, I have a lot of stamina bottles. I usually keep around 50 stamina bottles, so if I want to kind of like grind for like a day or something like that, I could always pop some. But I don't think it's a too big of a deal, to be honest, because you only need to do main and paralog maps not that many times per week. So yeah, not a big deal. Not a huge update. Okay, so moving on. This is a big one. This is the big one. This is the game changer. This is gonna shift the meta a little bit. This is gonna shake the meta. It might even crack it open. I'm not too sure. But weapon refinery. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that dropped down in weapon refinery. I'm not gonna go through everything, but I'm gonna go through the main things that we need to take out of this. And the main thing we need to take out of this is a game changer. So pretty much, from my understanding, weapon refinery is a boost in weapon from their max stats, right? So for example, in the Faye channel, we had Effie. We had an example of Effie having silver lance plus and having a refinery potential boost on the silver lance plus. Effie was able to gain an extra boost in her defenses. So that kind of thing can definitely change the game, especially for units that are not viable, quote, not viable in the meta right now. If they get boosted abilities such as that, they might be able to make the next step, or they might just get enough speed, or they might get enough attack to be viable in the game, to be able to hit hard enough, or to be able to double or run round KO units. Those are definitely things that we need in the game, especially when you have Reinhardts flowing around everywhere and horse emblems flowing around everywhere. And this does not include just stats. Now, we also have the example of Ephraim having the, I believe it was quick repose. I didn't check, but you'll see it on the screen. I believe it was quick repose, so he is able to double when he has it. It's above 90 HP, not 70 HP. So above 90 HP, he is able to double, which is a good thing for Ephraim. So he's got a inherent quick repose on him, which means that he doesn't need to run quick repose, so he doesn't necessarily need to run that ability. He might be able to run Lance Breaker, which makes him able to double pretty much every single unit in the game and do really good damage. So yeah, so I believe this is a good change. I believe this can actually help out balance the game a little bit. So we see that we need arena medals, refinery stones, and divine dew to actually gain the weapon refinery ability for the unit, for the entire cast. So from my, what you can see there's a lot of metals and stones and dews that you require in order to actually make this change for your weapons. So I think this is going to be a lot of grinding involved. 200, 400 arena metal stones, 200 dew, divine dew that you need to actually upgrade. So they're really expensive, and I believe that is the correct way to actually go about it, to make sure that it is expensive, to make sure that it is something that's not readily available, something that you actually have to work yourself to gain, such as like work yourself to actually get a 5 stars from a 3 star or something like that. So it actually requires some work, and I actually like that, which makes people play the game. People have to play the game if you actually want this weapon refinery, which is good. So I don't know, like, definitely leave your thoughts in the comment section below on this. I'm not too sure. We see examples of what you can upgrade. There are weapon changes that is happening at the same time. Killing Edge will become Slain Edge, and you can see that Durandal can become Blazing Durandal. So Eliwood will get a buff himself, I guess. So that's pretty much it. So all these units that weren't viable before, they do get a buff now, because Blazing Durandal is a really good sword weapon that is unique to Roy, obviously. He does get the minus special cooldown and the plus in attack. So yeah, that's just all good things. So a lot of free-to-play players are now able to actually compete with the pay-to-win players, and I actually made a video on why free-to-play players are losing. If you want to check that out, definitely check that out. It's pretty much like counteracting that video that I just made, so maybe I need to take that down, I don't know. But anyways, yes, leave your thoughts in the comment section below, obviously, on what you think about that. So moving on to the next point, it is the legendary hero summoning event. Alright, so this is another big one. So this is a new summoning focus banner with 11 heroes part of the focus. 11 heroes part of the focus. 5-star rate at 8%. It starts at 8%, so you're guaranteed to get a 5-star. It may be like 10 orbs, like guaranteed. Well, I shouldn't say guaranteed, but some people probably won't get a 5-star. But still, 8% is super high. Seasonal units are included in this banner. So for those of you who did not get any of the seasonal units, you are capable of actually getting them now. At the same time, the CYL units, so Lynn, Roy, Ike, and Lucina are included in this, so you can get those guys too if you have not gotten them before. At the same time, there's no pity 5-star summon, so it's not like you're gonna summon a 5-star Claire or something like that random. No, the 5-star units that you get are only the 11 heroes that are part of the focus banner, so which is good. So you know, you're gonna walk away happy with every single 5-star that you get. Potentially you could get all 11 5-stars in the banner if you just have, you know, maybe around 70 orbs. Maybe you might spend 70 orbs and you might get all of them. Who knows? I'll be doing my summons on that. November 27th, that's when it's gonna come out. So we've got the 20th Tempest Trials, I believe, and then 27th you have this banner coming out, the legendary hero summoning event, and tonight we have the Tempest Trial summoning. So a lot of things happening in the next week. Definitely keep your eye out for the game. Definitely save your orbs, because it's only gonna get hectic from here. I'm sure that we're gonna get a Christmas banner coming out in the next month. So definitely, you know, keep an eye out for the game. The game is just getting started. It is almost 1 year old, and we're still getting new content, really exciting content. So definitely keep playing. I know some people have, you know, are in that quitting end, but don't quit the game. It's really good. I love this game, and hopefully you guys love this game as well. So moving on to the last point, it is the new trailer for the story of Book 2. So Book 2 is happening, so more story content is coming out. We have the King, King Surtur, he's the Fire King, and Fiorum, the Ice Queen, I guess, for Asker. And I'm not too sure how the story will go, but I guess it's kind of like a war-esque kind of thing happening with the two kingdoms. So that's kind of exciting to see. I like this trailer actually. The trailer was really nice. Princesses are fighting, and the king and queen are fighting with their fire and ice, which is pretty cool. And Fiorum is a guaranteed 5-star that you can get after one of the maps that they are going to release. She seems, I hope she's a really good unit. I think she is going to be a really good unit, aside from the 3 starters that you get by starting the game. It's just good stuff. It's just good stuff, you know. So guaranteed 5-star. I hope she's a good unit. I like her animation, her fight animation. It looks pretty cool. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we did see a dummy Lance Dragon unit in as a dummy to fight against Fiorum. So I think we're gonna see a lot of flyer units as dummies, not necessarily specific units in the game as well. So definitely look out for that. That's just something I noticed as well. And of course, definitely let me know what you guys noticed in the page channel as well. I would like to hear your thoughts and comments in the section below. Get the discussion going. This is exciting stuff. A lot of stuff is happening. So Again, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Definitely like the video, subscribe to EXFGaming. It does help out the channel. Let's get the discussion going. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you guys in my next installment.